Hi everyone, welcome back to Teach Nation. My name is Gifty and today's video is all about how to stay organized as a teacher. As a teacher, our life can be super duper busy and I'm going to share with you my 6 top tips of how to be organized as a teacher. It's helped me so much and I hope it helps you as well. So let's get started.
Sounds good.
First tip is absolutely have an agenda and post-it notes in your classroom or even at home. I'm using this teacher's planner. It goes by Monday all the way to Friday and it has a note section that I write everything I need to do for the week. So it helps me a lot to stay organized. It helps me to know what I'm going to do on this day, that day, and so on. So if things pops up, it helps me to understand what to do. I always have post-it notes as well. This is great because if I'm in my classroom and I don't know, someone tells me, oh, by the way, we have to do this for tomorrow. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Post-it notes are super easy. Just put it somewhere, stick it, and it's done, and you can see it during the day. So I believe that my teacher's planner helps me a lot, and post-it notes are the biggest thing that helps me stay organized because I can't keep everything in my head. Also, sometimes I use my phone as my planner, but I love to write and see my handwriting and it just keeps me organized. So basically, my teacher's planner and my post-it note are my first tip I would say that can help me stay organized as a teacher. My second tip is have your students help you. My students love to help me. They come every day to my desk to ask me, Miss Gifty, do you need help with this, that, can I help you, and so and so. So the way I get my students to help me so that they can also help me stay on task and then everything runs smoothly in their classroom is my classroom jobs. Basically, the jobs that I have in my classroom are, let's say for example, there's a lunch monitor, making sure that the lunch for the day is on the board. I have my paper bosses who pass out the papers, the handouts need to be passed out. I also have someone that's making sure that, because I work in a Christian school, so we have a prayer box, so they make sure that if we're about to pray, they're the ones who come to pick up prayers and then they pray for people's requests. So it helps create a community in your classroom as a teacher to student, but it also helps you as a teacher stay organized in your classroom to make sure everything is working well and being the way it's supposed to be in your classroom. So definitely have your students helping you if they want to. Don't force them obviously, but if they want to and they're eager to, definitely is a way to keep organized as a teacher. My third tip is probably one of my favorites, is having lots and lots of bins in my classroom and labels. Basically, for each subject in my classroom, my students have a notebook for it. So if it's geography, history, science, art, so and so, they have a notebook for it. And each subject has their own bin with a label on it concerning the subject it's for. And it just helps my class look organized, tidy, and neat. So if my students, I like to ask them, can you please go get your English books? They know exactly where it is and it's really discreet on where it is. So it helps my class feel organized and neat. I will definitely have most likely a classroom video so you can see what I mean by that. It just keeps the classroom really organized and neat and it helps you stay organized as a teacher as well. So lots of bins and labels and dating things and making sure the class is neat helps you stay organized as a teacher as well. My fourth tip of how to stay organized as a teacher is probably a personal one, but if you want to take it, I think it works really excellent. It's pack my lunch and my outfit the night before. If you do that, it helps you have a clear morning because everything is done and ready. You go to school to teach and everything's just running smooth because you've planned the night before what you're going to wear and eat. So there's no chaos in the morning and you just go into school ready to teach with a clear mind because you've done everything you need to plan the night before. So that's one of my favorites, I would say, because it helps you stay organized in the mornings. I do what I need to do. And the whole outfit thing, the whole what am I going to eat in the morning chaos is all planned out the night before. So that's definitely one tip I would say that helps me a lot to stay organized as a teacher. My fifth tip is definitely, I would say, I keep saying one of my favorites, but this is also one of my favorites, is your weekend is for you. Take off your teacher hat and just be yourself in the sense of do things you like and enjoy and relax your mind, because when you go back to Monday to Friday to teach, it's a lot about you giving to the students. So to get yourself just having that energy to get ready for Monday, do things on the weekend that you like and enjoy. If it's a museum, going out to the movies, going out for dinner with your friends, do it because it really helps you as a teacher to not only feel good, but also helps you stay organized because you feel just rejuvenated on Monday to get ready and started for your day as a teacher. So that's one thing I would say. Weekends are for you. If, let's say for example, you really have to, let's say your parent-teacher interview is coming up the week coming, and you really have to plan for the weekend, that's an exception. But I believe that, well, for me, what I do, and I believe that weekends are for me to just relax, enjoy myself as my own being, and then put back my teacher hat on Monday because I feel ready to work as a teacher because I did that during the weekend. My last tip is how to be agile as a teacher. So agile is a term used widely in project management industry. And basically what it means is you're planning for a project, but you cut it off in sprints. So sprints meaning in terms of like they have a project and they divide it instead of planning for the whole project at once. And how we can use that in education or in our classrooms is by, instead of planning for the whole week and then something pops out of nowhere, you have to rechange your schedule, is we can plan in sprints as well by, let's say, planning just for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So before you leave school on Monday, you have everything planned for Tuesday, but not so much for Wednesday. And I find this is so helpful because when I first started teaching, oh my goodness, I used to plan on Sunday night or even on Saturdays. I used to work on my weekends, like consistently. My planning from Monday to Friday, like everything I was gonna do with my students, and it was fix and done, this is what I'm gonna do, that's it, that's all. Just to get to Tuesday, and then something pops out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it just messes up my schedule. And then I have to replan again. So the whole time, or the time I used to plan on the weekend just went like out the window. So I find planning for the day after, just for that, is really effective as a teacher because even if something pops up the day after what you plan for, it's okay because you can just switch it around for the next day. Whereas planning for the whole week, or sometimes people plan for the whole semester, something pops up and things, you have to replan, reschedule, and it's like the time you took to plan in the first place just goes out the window. It helps me a lot. It keeps me less stressed. Let's say for example, like on Friday, I plan for Monday. If something pops up, it's okay because I only plan for Monday. I'll just move it to Tuesday. So it's a great way to stay effective as a teacher, just to plan for the day after instead of planning for the whole week. So these are my 6 tips of how to stay effective as a teacher or organized as a teacher. They help me a lot. I hope they help you as well. If you have any questions about any of the tips that I mentioned, especially about Agile, it's a really good tip. So if you have any questions about that, I'm more than happy to answer them. You can message me on Instagram or a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer you. So thank you so much for watching my video once again, and see you next time. Bye.